My computer doesn't like me half the time anymore. It's getting almost time probably for a new one.
Just float that out there to your wife. I like the little subtle.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You know, I do have another camera. I could put it on her.
It's just not.
That would be amazing.
I do. I have my Xbox camera. We could hook it up and then we could have three little video cameras and you could be a part of our show.
Oh.
Especially when we're talking about Portal Nights.
She's got her Cowboys blanket draped over her.
I'm cold.
Go Cowboys, I guess.
And a meanie.
All right. You ready to start this bad boy?
Yeah, you want to time mark it for yourself so you...
I can find it so very easily, but it's whatever. I've gotten good at finding things, you know?
So can you do like slash commands?
We're at, I don't know. You can emote. Have you seen the emote thing?
No. How do you do that?
We're at, I've been
Hey,
streaming for 31 minutes. What?
All right. Well, I'm going to say when we start, you should...
Tell you how to emote?
Yeah, that'd be something good you could teach me.
All right. Can we introduce the game first?
Yeah.
It looks cool. I forgot you got the like next tier of gear that I have.
Yeah.
Than what I have.
Yeah.
All right,
Awesome.
welcome. Somebody welcome us. You have your frog out. That's cute.
All right, you can start when you're ready.
Oh, I thought we did. This isn't the show?
Oh, that's all you're gonna say is welcome.
Yeah, just welcome. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to episode 2 of the Early Access Show featuring Artrex from Artrex Gaming and MDawg from MDawg Gaming. And we're here this week to talk about Portal Nights. What do I need to know about Portal Nights?
Are you asking me to tell you what you need to know about?
Please.
I don't have the information you.
Oh, dude. Oh, yeah. It is still in early access. I thought that for a second there that we couldn't call this early access show this week, but no, it is in early access. That's cool.
Yeah, it's in early access till what? April? Or is it coming out in March?
Okay, so it's going.
Maybe it's March. It's March 28th or April 28th.
So we're barely sneaking it in to call it early access show, but it's cool. All right. So what do we need to know about it? Tell me about it.
Well,
Who
would
made
it be
this game?
considered a voxel-based game?
Oh, big words. Gotcha.
Voxel. And, you know, it's just like Minecraft, but on steroids. It's really beautiful. It's definitely a lot more fun, 3D-ish, you know, where you have a lot more design opportunities, like the infamous castle that is being formed here. And
when you die, you don't lose your stuff.
Yeah, you don't lose your stuff when you die.
It's not hardcore. Although I did hear someone say there's a hard mode, but you have to beat the game, play through the game, to unlock the hard mode. It's like hard mode is something very difficult to either craft or maybe you have to farm it off of a boss. I'm totally getting this information mixed up, and then you can do a hard mode quote unquote playthrough. I don't even know what that is, but I'm just saying it's a thing.
Yeah. But you know, it is different than Minecraft because you do have all these multiple worlds, and I think there's maps like things. So you have like 47 different types of places to go. Oh, and here's Kalia, her little magey self just jumping on in the picture.
So it's a good time to say there's a co-op game, anywhere from 1 to 4 players currently. And though we wish
you can only have 4?
That's right. We wish there were some more options, but it's fairly easy to get into games with your friends. You basically have to be a friend through Steam, and you can join each other's games. Let me just back up for a second and state that this was developed by Keen Games. That's Keen, K-E-E-N. And I want to say it was about a year ago that this went early access, correct? Maybe in February of 2016?
Yeah, I think it was February 2016.
And so we're talking about, this has been in early access, and so 2000. So this is like, I would say it's probably fair to say this version of the game is pretty much going to be what launches as the full version. If they're making tweaks now, it's probably not going to be like significant content tweaks. It's going to be mostly what's going to be released. That's not to say they couldn't continue to do things afterwards, but so we've started here in, I think this is a castle we're building, right? And I kind of like the fact that the first thing we're featuring about this game is the sort of creative mode, because all the other parts of the game are fun, but this is still the heart and soul of the game, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, building.
Yeah.
But I think there's a big RPG element in it now. I mean, you definitely got quests.
I just want to point this out. You cannot get up from here. Somebody needs to fix their hole.
I might be able to because I can double jump, but I'm a
Oh,
scout. So
well,
Oh, you're
this
cool
is
now.
this is supposed to become a room. It's not really supposed to be able to get in there.
Oh, well.
This is where we're gonna lock Kalia up.
I was about to say this is our dungeon.
When she's not being very nice.
That's just
Okay, so yeah, I mean it's you definitely got quests, you got things to you got bosses to kill, and I mean I think Minecraft's got some of that stuff, but I mean I don't know if they have quests.
It
They don't
doesn't
have
have as much. I mean, Minecraft doesn't have as much structure. This has got, although this to me is still the heart and soul, like the creativity, designing things, building things. There is available structure in this game if you want to go on quests, if you want to, like you're saying, level up your character, decide where your attributes, your talents are going. It's got all of those things that kind of add more layers of structure, and for some of us, maybe a little more fun than what's available in the obviously the granddaddy of these types of games, Minecraft.
Well, I definitely think Minecraft in a way is maybe a little bit more hardcore.
Yeah.
I mean, crafting everything and doing everything. I mean, in this game, you definitely got to earn your patterns. Some things are given to you through level, I think, but the good majority of it is found. Well, some of the good stuff's found through scrolls and things like that.
Yeah.
So
Recipes
you definitely
pick
have
up.
crafted. Yeah.
Let's go look at crafting. Let's go down to the forges or whatever down there, so we can kind of show folks how if they start playing this game, what crafting is going to be like.
All right. As we go down, here's the outside. We haven't we haven't spent a few days on this because of just personal life stuff going on. But I mean, we feel quite a bit. But we've also had to go around to other worlds because other worlds have different materials that you need to be able to, do stuff. So we have to go to a different area or world to get iron ore, which we had to find. Coal is in a different area, so not everything is accessible. So like Minecraft, you have one world, and everything is accessible through that one world. I guess maybe you have the netherworld you could go to and stuff, but this you have to travel in between these chunks. Well, the whole game is surrounded by this world that got pretty much blown apart by arcane power or something. I don't know, portals or something. And so you're basically just going to other chunks of this world, and you're finding the materials that you need and stuff. So some things are very zone specific, like you might get seeds from a tree, but you can only plant them back on that world. But I don't know, world just doesn't sound like the right thing, right? Because I mean, it's not a world; it's like a chunk of this world. So what would you call that?
It's more like going to a zone. Like if you think about
Yeah.
an MMO, you go to a new zone. And
There you go.
It's more like that because it's really the whole world is, if you go to the map and back up, you see the whole world, but the world is full of different zones within that larger world.
Yeah, here's the map. So you have all these different, and then obviously the skulls are bosses, and it looks like that's probably the end boss because you're going this way. But and the boss fights were pretty challenging. When we did our first boss fight, all three of us were together, and that was pretty tough. And then I think you and Kalia went back and did it on their own, and I think it was a lot easier. I haven't actually went back and killed that guy in my own little world, but
I haven't done it by myself either. But I mean, I heard that it definitely gets more difficult the more people you have. So if you're doing it solo, it's a lot easier than in terms of the damage the boss will do or how much health the boss has.
yeah. And then we got, each day, it looks like, or so many hours, there's these quests or events that are going on in each of these zones. So, and I think they help you level up and stuff. I don't know. We didn't really notice a big jump in level, or at least experience, when we completed it.
Yeah, and
or maybe it did and we just didn't notice it.
What I found is, so like I went and did one of these like daily quests one time, and it gave me like a rare recipe. So like that was the only way to get that recipe for a specific type of health potion or something. And then other ones may do other things, but so they've got like the seasonal things, like the Spring Festival and the Emperor's Courier quest. Both have 3 days left on them. That's like a seasonal thing. And those are related to each other. But then they also have the daily quest. Today's, for me at least, is called Nectar of the Earth. And
I have that one.
It'd be interesting to go see what that is. The description says worms on this island hold a special power for breaking down matter. So it sounds like you might get a recipe that might give you something that helps you break down things better. So like that's got me curious. What maybe we look around here and maybe we go do that quest for this show. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, also there's I have noticed like they got explosives in this game, and so like I got these grenades or explosive grenades or whatever. But man, they really take a chunk of the earth out. So you want to like harvest stuff really quick. It's best to throw one of those things in there.
Right.
All right, so coming down here and questing, you make a workbench, which is right here.
That's kind of the first thing you craft in terms of like when you first get into the game, you're going to be making your workbench, right?
Yeah. And then you make, then kind of go to a furnace, then an anvil, then obviously you can make crates, and then basically the anvil is mainly for, your warrior type, and then for your mage type, they make an altar. And you can make, regardless of what class you're playing, you can make all these, because there's some things you can use out of these. And then the archer has the, the bullseye thing here, and that's kind of his station to be able to help make his gear, his upgradable gear and stuff. So.
And in general, you're using the furnace to break down to get ore bars, using the crafting table to make general things. You use the drafting table to make furniture and set pieces for your house. Is that right? Is that how you would describe that? Let me go to...
Yeah, you make a lot of furniture type
under the
items.
drafting table, like there's stools, door, bed, tents, that kind of stuff. So that's where you're making a lot of stuff you're going to build with. There's different types of chests that have different amount of spaces in them. This is one that is kind of a decorative one because you can only put 3 things in there, where like the bigger iron ones or even wooden chests hold a lot more items. So those are the basics to crafting, I would say. Crafting is not hard in this game. But like if you're trying to do something like the size of this castle, then you're gonna have to do a lot of gathering to get that many resources, right? I mean, wouldn't you say like crafting isn't everything's kind of chill in this game?
Yeah, I mean crafting's not difficult. Getting the resources to craft or to level up that crafting, that's difficult. Yeah, that definitely is. I mean, I wouldn't say it's difficult. It's more time consuming. I mean, you got to find. So basically, each little zone, you have a portal. You can't portal to the next zone. I mean, the name of the title is, a Portal Knight. So you have to find these portals. Once you find the portals, you got to put these different kind of colored crystals in them. And after that happens, then you can go to the next zone. Some zones may have, 2 or 3 portals in them that you got to find, and you get this compass that will help direct you to find that, and it also tells you what color it's going to be. So, as you mine and you do stuff, a lot of times you'll get these fragments of these colored crystals, or, what do they call them? Portal shards or something like that. And you put those together, and they make a little square, and then I think each portal takes about 6 squares, and then you can teleport to the next zone. And that's how you get around in the game. And once you get it unlocked, it's unlocked.
That's
you don't have to go back.
That's the gate. I mean, you basically, the thing that holds you from going to the last world available is that you basically have to sequentially go through each one, find where that portal is hidden, get the resources to build the right colored portals. Okay, here's the portal. I was trying to remember where the portal was. This is like the tutorial level or the intro level. And this starts off as your default home world, and we have kept it that way, although it is worth noting you can move where your home world is if you decide, no, I want my home world to be this other location. Because each of the worlds have very different feels to them, as you'll see if we do travel somewhere else. But this is the portal that Artrex is talking about. Before this was activated, now it's activated, so it's this one sheeny blue color thing. Before it was activated, we had to put 6, and I can show you in my inventory, 6 blue color crystals. So let me actually craft that. You have to craft them.
Yeah, they're blue portal stones.
Yes.
Yeah.
You need 2 shards to make 1 stone. So I just crafted 4, and then you pick it up, click on it, takes it to your inventory, and then all of a sudden I've got these blue portal stones. So if this wasn't activated, I would need 6 blue portal stones to activate this portal, and then I could travel to the next world. So that's just kind of the gate, the way they allow you to move around the world. All right. Anything else you
Well,
feel
that's
like-
how you unlock the next
Yeah.
next
The
zone.
next zone.
If
Yeah, yeah.
you don't do that, you can't go anywhere. You're going to stay stuck on this world, and then you're very limited because, like I said, there's not all the resources are not on this zone. You got to go to the other zones to get your resources
So if
unlocked.
you want to get better tools, if you want to get better weapons, gear, anything, even better, even if you want to upgrade your crafting table, which opens up more recipes, any of that, you need to be progressing through different zones to get the higher resources.
Yep.
Yeah, and
I don't have double jump.
and like many other games, like such as this, you're going to be crafting a pickaxe and other tools. You're going to be going up to stone or whatever you're trying to get. You're going to hit it a couple times with your pickaxe, and it's going to fall into your inventory. So it's that sort of core mechanic is what you would expect in this type of game, and you will be doing a lot of that, especially if you try to build a castle.
Yeah. Now, one of the really cool things about this is as you you only need to build one axe. And then you have these sharpening stones. Even if you use that axe all the way to red, it just pretty much doesn't work, but it doesn't destroy it. So you get these sharpening stones from just doing various things, killing mobs, doing whatever. And then you use that, so when your green meter goes down, you can see the green meters on my pickaxe, and I got a mining drill and a pirate saber here. As you highlight those, you hit, like I have mine set for the button 8, so it'll give it a little bit of life back. And then and as we have found out that there are ranks of those, because we now have some basalt sharpening stones which do a really lot. So as you progress through the game and start doing harder content, those things will continue to get improve, and so it just makes your life a lot easier on that stuff. So
yeah, the basic sharpening stone, I'm guessing when you have the most advanced weapon or most advanced tool, if you tried to repair that with a basic sharpening stone, it would probably take a lot of sharpening stones.
Yeah. And the basic ones come pretty easy, but I only got 18 left, but I've been doing a lot of gathering and haven't been killing a lot of stuff, so.
Right.
And certain mobs drop different things. Like we were killing these frost guys the other night, and they were dropping fur. Well, fur was one thing I needed to make my next advanced gear. So we were looking around, trying to see what would drop fur, and well, we just killed that dude and it dropped fur. I'm like, oh, okay, so we had to farm them for a bit so we could get and those dudes were a pain. And the thing with this game is, everything is just like in like Elder Scrolls Online and stuff. It's, what do you call that, action oriented. So if MDawg and Kalia shoot their, like she does, magic and he does arrows, where he aims and shoots. So if the mob moves and he doesn't aim right, he's going to miss the mob. So, it's a little tougher, and it's the same thing with them. If they shoot at you, you can dodge out of the way of their attacks and stuff like that. And some of these things hit pretty darn hard.
Yeah,
so
a lot of the combat is, like many games, is understanding the mechanics of the fight.
Yeah.
If you don't understand what the enemy's about to do to you, and you don't get out of the way or you don't do what you need to do, then yeah, it's gonna wipe you out pretty quick.
Okay, now it's getting dark, and it does have day-night cycles. And now these guys, what are they called? We'll come over here and kill this dude.
Enemies.
Yeah, Hollow Knight of Frost. Well,
Nice.
the thing is, we're so powerful now. These things
Because we're
don't
on
even
the intro world still. That's
Yes.
the thing. If we set our home on a, whatever.
a tougher world,
Yeah,
it'd
tougher
definitely
world.
be tough.
Yeah. All right.
Or a tougher zone.
So do you think we should go try to do this daily quest? I feel that's going to show some content of more like current level enemies, or at least it should. And,
Okay, Kalia's got to make something, and the thing is, whoever's hosting the world, who hosting the world, if they port, everybody's porting.
That's
You can't
true.
do separate things.
Yeah.
So, I think one of the cool things is like all of us have created our own little world, and you can still farm that stuff, and you can take it into any other person's game you want. So the cool thing is you're always progressing, and your character can jump in and jump out of anyone's game or whatever. So you don't have to start completely over if you want to play with your friends. So that's been a pretty cool feature.
Yeah, I agree.
Now it's very cartoonish, but they've done a lot of good stuff. just like all these games, I've always loved the light. I think the light, shadowing, and all that stuff has always been one of the most, even in Minecraft, one of the coolest things. Just to see how they do the lighting.
And there are a lot of, I mean, according to sort of your specs on your computer, there is a good amount of versatility in how high a graphic settings you have. I mean, speaking of shadows, like you can change the quality of the shadowing and all that stuff. So draw distance. I mean, there's a lot of options that you can do that help with all that.
All right, so we're waiting on
Slowpoke.
Kalia here.
What is she crafting?
I don't know. What are you doing?
I'm making my new things.
That explains it.
Well, my outfit.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I went and collected a bunch of stuff and. And I'm gonna look cool. Feel like I'm gonna look like a boy though.
Why? You're kind of like she's almost like a battle mage.
Does the gear look identical despite the gender? I guess it probably does, huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, let me dump out my bags real quick.
All right, and then we will portal night it. Which zone did we want to go to?
Don't you want to just do the Nectar of the Earth quest?
That was on, let's see. Orchards.
Thank you. So we need to find the worms on that world. It looks like via the quest. And I think we'll go do that, and then maybe we can just come back here, or just wrap it up there. I mean, however you want to.
Yeah. Sounds good.
And maybe we can just talk a little bit about our overall impressions. I mean, by the time people are watching this, you're really looking at, do you want to get into the sort of full release of the game? It may still be in early access a little bit longer after this is released, but it won't be long till it's full release.
Yeah, I'm really thinking it was pretty soon it was going to do a full release. And from the rumors we've heard, or I don't know if this is true, but they're not going to wipe anymore. So I really hope not, because we've sure spent a lot of time on this, and I'd really hate if they did that. But that's sometimes what you face in early access, is it's early access. So
yeah, that would totally stink.
Yeah, I'm not even worried about, like, I would be okay if they wiped my character, but please don't wipe the world.
It probably would wipe everything if they wiped your character. So just to kind of explain this, when you bring up a place you want to go to, so like we're going to go to, this is actually basically Zone 1, 8th Shard or something. I don't know how you put it, but so this is where the quest is at. But if you bring up your map here, it kind of gives you some description of Orson Orchards. So you got the enemies you can fight. So you got a mini dragon blaster. If you highlight over it, it'll tell you what it's weakest against, and that's nature damage. Magma magnet is water damage. So my stuff at this point doesn't, I mean, I'm just sword and board type thing, so it really doesn't affect that. But each class can have abilities to use, so I can actually fire off fireballs. So if any one of these is their weakness is fire, well then that's definitely something I'd want to throw on my bar real quick and use that in combat. So you have what your enemies are. You have kind of your, I guess, natural resources, or like, I don't know, what would you say the leaf is?
It's the plants that are available in that world.
Yeah, plants, and then you got, your ore and your gosh, what would you call that? Come on, help me out here. It's kind of like you got your copper, your ore, your emeralds, like your gems and stuff like that.
It's what type of rock and gems are there. So as you're porting us, I mean, go ahead and port us whenever you want, but I was going to just talk briefly about, so it says we're warping now. One thing, and you kind of refer to this, but at the mages table, you can make spells, and no matter what class you're playing, at least in the current build of the game, no matter what class you're playing, you can use those spells. And some of the spells are obviously like geared towards what a warrior might want to use, and some of them are more like traditional mage spells. So right now I've got a healing spell on my bar. The problem is I don't have very much mana because I haven't put any of my attribute points or skill up points into sort of how much mana I have. So I only can use the heal ability once or twice before I'm out of mana, but it is nice to have a little bit of healing available.
Yeah.
Well, it says craft a mining damage flask using the worm's temporary special drops. We've got to find which worms they're talking about, kill them, and then they should give us special drops when we kill them, and the recipe to craft this mining damage flask. So then we'll have that recipe on our characters, supposedly. How in the
Think we should try to go up, or do you think there's a way to go down? But
I remember
don't
this
know.
world.
Do you remember this world?
Yeah, we've been here before, right?
How'd you get out here?
I just went at played Hubert over in the corner.
Oh, this corner? Yeah, over here, babe.
Oh.
The other corner of Cubert. So, you know, you can chop down trees and you get the typical wood logs, and then you also get seedlings sometimes. So then, you know, and some of this stuff is just for this world or this zone, so it doesn't necessarily mean you can go see. These guys are tough. What are these dudes? It's a Jam Utan. Utan? They're only level 6 though, so this isn't going to be tough at all. Now there is no shared loot, so if one person gets it, that's who gets it. Experience is shared.
Although I think the person who gets the... So some experience comes out as loot, right?
What?
You get experience just for killing it, I think, and then they also... You'll see those little loot orange things that come out of it. Is that also shared, or is that just who picks it up?
Oh no, that orange stuff is money. See, this isn't really challenging because we're also high level.
Yeah, but if we find the worms they're talking about, they may be at our current level. Sometimes with the quest, they rank the quest creatures to your level, basically. We'll see if that's the case here. The last quest I did, that's what it was. All right, so we're looking for worms. Let's look around. If anybody sees them, just call it out and we'll come to you.
Is that the ones that could just appear from underground?
Could be.
And it might.
Could be.
I just whooped up on that mini dragon. Well, this place definitely got, you know, copper and gems. Emeralds, it looks like. Well, you would think... This is kind of one of the sucky parts of this game, is you got to do a lot of searching. They don't hold your hand too much for, especially like on the map, because when you pull up the map, it's just going to be the world. It's not going to be the actual map of this world.
Yeah, and that's the same way when you're trying to find the portals. It's like they can be in pretty weird places, especially as you get further in the game.
Yeah, you got a compass and that's about it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think these worms would come up quite often, or
Well,
you think they're underground? Maybe.
See, I don't know. When I did the quest where I had to find what was it, mummies, to get a special like healing flask or something, they were only in like 1 or 2 locations on that whole map.
Oh wow. Hey, big man, what's up?
Hey, it's going well, big man. Hope you're doing well. So I don't know. We might not be able to find them. I mean, I'm sure we would eventually find them, but we might not want to wait to find them.
Yeah. A lot of these quests are definitely not quick, and they make you search.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the other night we did that one quest, and it took us a long time to find it.
Yes.
But then once we got it going, then we kind of figured out how the quest went. It went pretty quick, but...
Yeah, I went back and did that quest again on another character, and it was much faster the second time.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go down.
That's what I did.
I don't know if I'm seeing anything up here. Up here's a worm. Well, it's a venom. Is it venom maggots that we're supposed to be killing?
Try it.
He's a level 17. He's pretty tough,
Yep,
boy.
that's him. Let's see if I can figure out where you are. I am getting a little bit of lag, and it's probably just because of all the things that we have running right now. But
Okay, I got worm goo. What are we supposed to craft? A mining damage flask.
so were you underground when you found him?
Yeah, I dropped down in one of these little pits. I mean, it wasn't very far down. So
he didn't give you any special loot to craft something with?
you mean like a recipe?
Like ingredients.
What is the thing we're supposed to craft?
It's a flask.
What's it called though?
Oh,
Craft a miner what?
hold on. A
It says it right
mining
there.
damage flask.
Mining damage flask.
See, I would think that the recipe would have to drop off it too.
Yeah, I didn't get a recipe, so I don't have that. Does anybody have that?
No, I already.
Let's see if we can find another worm.
Yeah, they definitely were a lot tougher. I had to use. I don't even have any mana potions or anything. Yep, here's
Oh.
one. I got another
I
one
did
here.
make some mana and healing pots, so.
Oh.
And we've got another one over here. Oh, he just two-shot me. So that's what happens when you die in this game.
Takes you back to the pad.
Yes, which can be annoying. I wonder if
Where
I
did
should
you
just
find those?
dig to where you are.
Oh, I see where he's at.
This may or may not work out based on if I fall through the world. Okay. Yeah, I probably shouldn't do this. So you can make this mining drill where you can drill 4 spots of dirt or whatever you're drilling at a time. So like when we're clearing out for building our big castle, that came in, helped us a ton.
Okay, got him. Still haven't gotten a recipe, I don't think.
Oh, jump. Okay. Okay.
These guys hurt though, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm not very beefy. I can't get hit by them or I'll be in trouble.
I'm a little more beefy and I still had problems. The thing I found out is you hit them about twice, just kind of like all other things in this game. You hit it about twice and then you back off and let him shoot.
Yeah.
He hits you with that dang goose. He's already got me. I might die. Ooh. He's kind of in a stupid hole. Cut it out, you little turd.
It's always harder for me when we have to fight underground like this because of my character is just, you know, kind of needs to be able to move around in position. Where did you go down? I bet it was right here. Let me put some, so one thing you can do, you can, obviously you make a lot of torches in this game. I shouldn't put it there, let's put it here. And if you're holding your torch, then you can kind of see while you're walking. Or you can put a mining hat on, which are really cool. I thought I was going to be with you, but I'm in a different hole kind of near you.
Yeah, it was pretty tough.
Did you kill it though?
Yeah, I got all of them out of here, and I still didn't get nothing. I just got these worm goos.
Okay. Well,
Wonderful.
I don't know what we're doing wrong, but with each of these quests, there's a way for you to get the recipe or whatever it's asking you to do, and then you get the ingredients to craft what they're calling for.
Yeah.
Well, I got this explosion thing to blow something up. So I might try blowing a hole in the ground.
Is it a flask or something you brought with you?
No, it's something I just killed one of the guys over here.
fighting stuff over here?
Just killing like a villain. Are you getting a lot of lag on your side?
I am. Are you?
Mm. Your internet's dying.
I see you.
To you too.
Okay, here. How about I drop one of these explosion thingies, see if it.
Oh, okay.
Since you're over here. Okay, but there's a lot of ore in here.
Yeah, those you throw and they blow up.
All right.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Portal Knights.
Should we teleport back to our other zone for
Yeah,
a
if
minute?
you want to. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm not dropping frames or anything. I think it just might be running everything that I'm running and then also connecting to your world. I'm just not getting quite as consistent a connection as I normally do. It's not bad. Like, it's still playable, but it's a little weird.
Annoying?
Yeah, and it's kind of making my head hurt a little bit. But
Alrighty. Well, let's go back and give our final thoughts.
yeah.
Portal Knights. Squires Knoll.
It's interesting that we ended up choosing this as our second episode, the game that we played during our second episode, coming off the first one we did, in the sense that there's some similarities. This just feels to me a lot more refined, and it's just a different. I mean, it is different. It's different in a lot of ways. The other one was good too. I mean, Feel the Snow, isn't that what it was called?
Yeah.
This one just I don't know. I enjoy this one a lot more than the one we played last week, even though they kind of fall into a similar genre, if not the same genre. The other one has more of a survival feel to it, I guess, and this one's a little more just like chill a little bit, but yeah.
I think it depends on how far you take it. I mean, it definitely. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I mean, I really enjoy it. It's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, there's so many games coming out right now. It's been really tough to get. We were really motivated, and the bad thing is this game is extremely time consuming. So once you're getting into it, it's like hours fly by, and you've accomplished a little bit of stuff, or you've done a few things, but then it's like, oh my gosh. And so we've had some late nights playing this game for sure.
Yeah. All right. So, I was going to show you how to emote real quick.
Now my backpack's full. Oh yeah, how do you emote?
So the tilde button, or the button on your keyboard that comes right before your #1 button, if you hold that down, it brings up an emote scroll, like a wheel that you can choose.
Oh, that's cool. See that?
Which one you want to use.
Oh, that one?
You can applaud. Yay! You can jump.
Yeah, so it's got several emotes.
Or it says sad.
It'd be cool. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
That's all I could make so far, but I'll make some more since I just
Here, give me those back. I just threw out some dirt.
It'd be cool if, and I don't know that there isn't this, but it doesn't look like there is, but it'd be cool if there were ways for you to unlock like other versions of emotes or something. But because the emote wheel is basically full already, it may not do that. But it is neat the way that they have emotes in the game. They've got pets in the game. We've seen this owl following me around. Artrex has that frog, and we've got a couple owls actually out over here. But okay, so final thoughts. I mean, if you want to play, if you're like looking to play a creative game that has some other things going as well, like the role-playing elements, questing, it's hard for me to imagine that that you wouldn't enjoy this, right? I mean, like this is it's just really fun.
Oh yeah. I mean, for $14.99, you're getting a lot of content.
Yeah.
I feel like we've already used up our money, and I mean, um, I think you're paying a little bit of money to get a lot of game, and as far as we've seen, there's no microtransactions at the moment. So I mean, and obviously the gear, I mean, to me looks pretty cool. I mean, you're looking at my guy right now, and I built this little iron set for him, and I mean, he just looks pretty sweet. So, and this is only, there's a lot of game left in here. Like I think we've unlocked what, 9 zones out of 47. So I mean, we really haven't even scratched the surface of probably all we can do in this game. But
Yeah, there's
we
several
definitely have
bosses, and we've only gotten like through the first boss into the like second tier of world of zones, basically, right?
yeah. So, and like I said, those bosses are tough. So if you're not, if you're not paying attention to what you're doing, or it's just not, it's not tank and spank for sure. You gotta pay attention. But I love the game. I think it's really, really fun. We were looking for another early access game, and I'm like, let's check this one out and watch the video. And God, we got hooked for about 3 days solid. That's all we played.
Yeah.
And then Horizon came out and other things, so we got busy doing other things. But I've really enjoyed my time tonight, and we're gonna continue playing after the video. At least me and my wife are. So
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. From someone who's not a big gamer, sweetheart, what do you think?
Well, it's either this or WoW. So
Yeah. Yeah, she does not broaden her horizons very much, and I was impressed when I saw this game. I'm like, this is totally her, because she loves Minecraft. But that gets kind of the same all the time, and
now
she
trade
loves
me your
World of
healing
Warcraft.
spell.
She likes World of Warcraft, so this has been a good fit. You got a little bit of questing, a little bit of boss fight, a lot of crafting, a lot of construction. So very good.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. I give 2 thumbs up to Portal Knights, and it'll be fun when it goes to nice bow. It'll be fun when it gets fully released. I will be interested to see if, like, hey, are they going to continue to release any kind of content? Will they stay on top of the, different like not festivals, but did they call them festivals? Whatever they called it. Yeah, Spring Festival. Will they keep getting creative with the new content, kind of trickling it out? What will be the replay value in it, other than doing things like building big castles, which is fun in and of itself. So I think there's still some interest to see where they go from here. Even though they are moving from early access to full release, they still may be able to do some things that'll be cool. But with the current build, and I expect this will be pretty similar to the build that's released here later this month, it's a great game. It's very enjoyable. So. Okay, let's wrap up Early Access Show episode number 2. This has been MDawg with Artrex, and if you leave us any feedback, if you have any suggestions on coming early access games that are coming up in the next few weeks or months that you would like for us to play through, let us know, and we'll give those a consideration. I think we're still trying to figure out the right setup for the show and format. We kind of changed things up from last episode, where it was like the first time we had played it was playing it during the show. This time, obviously, we had done a lot of playing beforehand, and I think this kind of felt a little better, at least in my opinion, just to have some things to talk about based on our experience that we had already gone through. So, but we'll see from here. Yeah, so leave us any feedback, and as always, thanks for hanging out during the live stream, folks that are in the chat, and then if you're viewing this later on Twitch or through YouTube, feel free to leave any comments, and we'll try to keep you up to date on when the next show will be. All right, any final words, Artrex?
Just thanks for everybody watching.
Yep.
If you're watching through YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit a like or whatever. If you're watching through Twitch, you can give us a follow. We also do have some subscribe buttons down there now, going through a little different source, but all the support helps. And that'll be it. We'll see you on episode 3, whatever that may be, sometime next week.
And just to clarify, like if you search Artrex Gaming, I mean it's twitch.tv /Artrex Gaming for your channel, twitch.tv /MDawg Gaming for my channel. So those where you can find us on Twitch, and through our Twitch pages you can link to YouTube and Twitter and all that stuff. So, all right, let's wrap it up. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.